Hey guys, it's April. This is the 11th day of making the 11th day on the 12 days of making, and today's theme is last minute gifts. So I'm making a gift box for my little last minute gift, and we're going to pop over to the overhead after I play the intro and we'll get started. Okay, so here we are on Designspace. Now I have cut my base from green. You can do whatever you want to do on the base color for your box. This is the absolute base. If you don't want an insert, that's optional, but this is the base. You can cut that from craft board as well if you want. This is a little drop down that goes in the insert, and this is the insert piece. So if you cut the insert piece, you're going to need this piece. If you eliminate the insert, then you will not need that. And this is just a pattern piece that I'm going to put over the top of that insert on the inside of the box. Again, that is optional, even if you do cut the insert. This is a window. I'm cutting this from acetate to go into this little drop-down box, also optional, so you don't have to cut it if you don't want to. Even if you use the insert, it's still optional. And this is the bow, and then this is the box top, and I'm cutting that from pattern paper as well. So let's go overhead and take a look. And here we are. Now I started my bow before I realized my camera wasn't on, but all I did was just pull the tail in and glue it to the back, and then I glued this piece down, which is intended to be the back, but I want the texture on my bow to show, and I want those to pop up a little bit. So I did mine a little bit different by pulling in that tab, gluing it to the back, and then pressing the center down. This little piece goes on the top, and I haven't decided yet. I may cut another smaller one of this and do a printable that has Merry Christmas on it. If I do, I will put it in the file, or I may just add a piece of candy to that. So I'm just going to place that on there like so and give it a little push so that it would sit flat on the box. And here's the box lid. Everything is folded away from you. Mine's double-sided, so you can fold it either way that you want. It's just going to go together, showing the pattern that you want to show. Then I'm going to open it back up, and I am going to place, I'm going to get to the center here. I'm going to place this piece on to look like a ribbon. I didn't mark it. I should have marked it in the file. Again, this is optional. It is 8.75 wide, and this is 8.75, so I need to come 4 inches for, let's see. Why don't we just guesstimate where the center is by folding that in. I'm just going to fold it in so I can find my center. There we go. That works for me. And let's see. That looks pretty good right there. So I'm just going to hold that and open it back up. Slide that down. All right, so while I've got that in place, and yes, it is a little bit longer so that you can trim it off and you've got some wiggle room to play with that. I'm just going to glue this end first, just so I can double check. I might be slightly off there. Let's see. It looks pretty close, so I'm going to go with it. It's off a little bit, it's be okay. So then I'm just going to lift this up, and I'm going to place glue all the way down that center just to hold it down. And you can skip this step if you want. Again, there's so many things that you can do with this box. And I'm just going to trim that right off. Trim it off. Don't need that. And I'm going to do one going the other direction. What's that? I'm going to give that a little pinch. You got room to play, so after you folded your box, you can pinch that in. Let's do the center here. I lost my bone folder. Looks pretty good. And this one's a little bit longer as well, and that's okay. Just going to get some glue all the way down. Looks pretty good. It may not be exact, but I like it. There we go. So now we have that, and we're going to glue our box together. So on this tab, and square that up. Nice and square corners. And I'll do this side. I forgot to pinch this side, so let's pinch that ribbon there. And this is my mock-up as well. Well, this will be my third mock-up. I had to make some adjustments each time, and I think I finally got it like I wanted it. And if there has to be any adjustments, don't worry about any boo-boos that I have. If I have to adjust, I will adjust the file before you get it. So there's that. So we have that one. And I'm just going to set my acetate to the side here. And let's go ahead and do the box base. And we're just going to, we're going to fold everything. I put my texture to the outside, so fold everything. If you've got your texture showing away from you, if you've got your texture away from you, then fold it towards you. And glue your tabs to the inside. Keep it square. And without the insert, this will hold a nice little gift. So you've got plenty of space. You could do homemade cookies. You could do a t-shirt. You could probably fold a t-shirt up to go in here. It will probably fit if it's a kid's. I don't know about an extra large adult, but a kid's shirt or a onesie would definitely fit. In place. How stinking cute. I'll bring that up. And now let's place our bow so that it has time to dry. Get that. Press down. Should have put it on before, but that's okay. That way I could have flipped it over and gave it a really good push. I'll get it on there. Love it. So without the insert, there you go. It's all nice and finished and done for a last minute gift. Pretty little box, but you can take it the step further. And here's my insert. I've got the texture facing me, so I folded everything away from me. And we're going to put glue on these two tabs. And you can do the insert part first if you prefer, or you can do this first. It's totally up to you for the drop down box. Do this side. Keep it nice and square. You can use your bone folder, get nice crisp edges. Alright, and now we have this piece, and I'm just going to go over this because I forgot to use my bone folder on that piece. We're just going to press, give that a good rub. Alright, so this piece is going to be kind of weird. You're going to put your glue on this part of the tab. You're going to hold this back, and we're going to put glue here. And then we're going to square that up. They go to the outside of the box rather than to the inside like normal. So go to the outside so it looks nice and finished. Keep that corner nice and square in there. So it should look like that. Nice and even. And then we're going to do the same thing here. Fold those in and just pull those nice and tight. Nice tight corner there. Hold it till it grabs. Okay. Now I'm just going to flip this over. And we're going to glue one tab. Just the one for now. And I'm going to place that box right inside there. I'm just going to come to this side. I'm just going to push it over. Actually, I'm going to glue it to this side. I have more room to work so that you can open it up. You want to be able to open it up. I knew that I had a trick and was forgetting to use it. And fold those tabs in so that you can work with it. We're just going to bring it right up to the edge of this opening. So all I've done was hinge it so that is right there, and then the edge of my box is even with this top edge. Okay, and then I'm just going to give that a rub down because it's not stuck all the way yet. We want it nice and dry. Okay. And once we have that hinged, then we can come in here and put glue on these 3 tabs. And if you prefer to use tapes, you can use tapes. It's up to you. Depends on what you're going to be putting in this box and how heavy it's going to get. And we're just going to pull this box edge in and hold it so it's even with this edge. Let it start to stick. So it's nice and flush there. And these ends should just line right up as well. So once you have it there, just go in and give it a nice little press down. Don't move it out of line. Just give it a little, help that glue along, and let it get nice and flush. Just going to give it another couple of rubs here. And while that's drying, you want that to dry really good. You can place this piece on. Just like so. And I don't know if I want to glue this in. I don't want my glue to show, so I'm just going to go where some of my flocking is and put glue in those areas to help disguise it. All right. Now we're just going to pop that on the top, line up those holes. Try not to get glue everywhere. I'm just going to give it a press from this side. How pretty. All right, now let's do our acetate. And don't forget that your acetate has, the clear has one on each side, and mine stayed on my acetate for the other side. So I just have to peel one side here. My other side stayed on the mat. Not sure which side it is. Not that side. There we go. Because you don't want that cloudy. You want that nice and clear. And I'm going to try not to get all the stuff from my desk on there. And just fold on its score lines. And 2 tabs there. Tab here. End. And if you're using your double scoring wheel, you got a nice little score to help you with this. If you do not have a scoring wheel, I don't know if your scoring tool will score it really well for you, but you can still fold it. If you have a scoreboard, that might help. A score pal. And let's see, I think I'm just going to use these dots on the corners. Actually, just going to use my tape runner. This is my Tombow tape runner, so I'm going to open that back up and just get glue on the tabs. And I'm going to stick those just like we did the box. Keep it nice and square, nice and flush. Alright, so there we have our lid, and it has 2 holes in it, so you could put a bow to the inside. All the trash off my desk. Let's see. I'm not sure what kind of bow. I'm going to tie a bow in there. I just don't know which one yet. So let's just take this off. And then this fits in here. And you're probably wondering what that hole is for. So it's going to fit in there nicely. And I found these little clothespins. You can get these at Hobby Lobby. You can get them at Michael's. You can get them several places. But it is to hold that little clothespin, and I'm going to put a bow on it too, I think. And then I can just put, let's see, how do I want it to, you can put it in there several different ways. So I think I'll put that in there like that. So I have my Michael's gift card, and let me grab a ribbon and I'll be right back. Okay, so I just have a little piece of ribbon. I'm just using something thin. You can use whatever it is you want. I'm just using something to make it pretty. I got a big piece here. Don't need that much, but can make one for the bow, for the clothespin as well. And if you don't have a clothespin, you can I just subtracted the hole in that so that you guys could undo it if you don't have the clothespin, but you want it to sit down in there just a little bit so that the lid fits back on. Again, something that's optional. And I think I'm going to tie that so they can use it to pull that out of the box with, without untying the ribbon. Get those bow loops. How did I do that? Let's try that again. Gotta zhuzh that bow up. All right, that's cute. So we're just going to leave those long. I don't know how long that I may want them. I'm going to leave them long for now. I think I'm going to cut them off a lot more than that, though. Just a short bow, because I don't want to really hide the candy that's going in there, so I think I will cut that off. Just short. Cute little bow. And this will hold some of the Lindor truffles. I'll put those in there. See if I can't stagger them a little bit. I think 7's good. Those little, get the papers in there, and then that goes right in. Okay, so we have that, and let's put one on this clothespin. I'm just going to, and that's way more than enough. And I'm just going to run it up under. I don't even know if it needs it. You know what? I don't think it needs it. I'm just not going to put one in there. Just going to leave that one. I think it's cute just like it is. And then, of course, your lid goes on there. And make yourself a little tag. I will add a little tag in there. I will put a little tag in there to put on the box. And I think I'm going to do, I don't know, do I want to do a candy on the top? I don't think I want to do anything on the top. I think I just want to add a little tag here and call it done. So I will put that tag in there, put it on the box, take some photos. You guys have a happy holiday and happy crafting.